The committee is also deliberating over how aggressively they should pursue an interview with former Vice President Mike Pence, who does not want to appear in front of the committee, according to people close to him. First of all, it is sort of emblematic of the difference between Democrats and Republicans, that the Republican, Liz Cheney, is like, be aggressive, because Republicans are aggressive. And the Democrats are like, let's just be nice, right? So I think that's part of it. So why suddenly is it a problem to subpoena these people in an insurrection investigation?
First and foremost, this is the greatest crime ever in America where members of Congress were witnesses. We also now formally know it was an act of sedition that has been charged against at least 10 co-defendants. The Republicans would absolutely do this to us, so we shouldn't have any 100%. Sort of notion of virtue that we are better than they are. They would do this to us. And most importantly, though, this is it. We get one shot at this before the midterms, where they're trying to put every barrier in place to keep people from voting. And they will never, I promise you, if they win the midterms, they will never peacefully concede power again. So this is our only shot. We don't know how this story ends. We have the benefit of looking back at the civil rights movement, and we know how it ended there. We have the benefit of looking back at World War II and the Civil War and know how it ended there. We don't know how this story ends. And so if you are an author of this story, I would hope that you would want to do everything you can to make sure you learn from everyone involved on that greatest crime against America, where members of Congress were involved.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and I'm scratching my head on this one. Take off the damn gloves already. You have the entire country behind you, for the exception of the insurrectionists, the traitors, the one that committed treason against our country. That's your opposition here, and you need to wipe the floor with them. Show them no mercy. Use every single tool at your disposal. This shouldn't even be a question. If you don't, January 6th will be nothing more than a test run, and you don't want to know what happens next. You will just embolden these terrorists. And I'm fuming at the very thought that some of these traitors are going to get away with it. And I know that I'm not alone. I get thousands of messages from followers asking for updates on the January 6th Commission. I hate to break it to you folks, but unfortunately for this one, I'm just like you, an observer looking in, equally as mad. And I'm just a little louder than most, and that's only because of you guys watching. And for that, I'm grateful to have this microphone, and I will not let it go to waste. So I will say that the January 6th Commission needs to put on the brass knuckles, because our democracy and the future of our country is at risk. Now, I don't like to name drop, but Congressman Swalwell is a friend of mine, and I do text him from time to time. I can't get into specifics, but I will say this: a lot of things are stirring up behind the scenes, and you better be damn sure some fireworks are about to go off next time the January 6th Commission has a public hearing. When the January 6th Commission kicked off the hearings, they did so by preparing a 15-minute-long video highlighting never-before-seen details of just how violent the terrorists were when they invaded the Capitol and tried to steal a presidential election and assassinate members of Congress, as well as the Vice President Mike Pence. That is how the commission kicked off, and the plan is to have similar details shown to the public again to make sure it leaves zero doubt of what happened and who was responsible. Now, I agree 100% with Congressman Swalwell when he says the Republicans would do this to us. Who remembers Benghazi? Secretary of State Hillary Clinton had to sit through endless hours of hearings of her being berated by members of Congress. And she stood there and she took the punches because the buck stopped with her. She was in charge of our embassies, and she took those hearings like a true leader. The saying is to take it like a man, but no man I know could have handled the hearings the way that she did. She took those hearings like a woman, a damn strong woman. The Republicans don't ever give up the opportunity to unleash hell on us when they get a chance to do so. So we better get ready to fight back with equal, if not greater, strength. And I love being a Democrat, but every once in a while, I do wish our side would knuckle up. Well, this is it. It's all on the line. We either defend our democracy with everything that we have, or we let up and let them burn it all down. If we don't see members of Congress, members of Trump's inner circle, and Trump himself locked up for organizing, financing, executing, and then trying to cover up an insurrection, then you can kiss America as you know it goodbye. If that happens, we only have ourselves to blame. When the January 6th Commission hearings resumes, I will be monitoring them closely. And if you don't want to miss a thing, hit the subscribe right now and stay tuned. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.